Hello, welcome back to the Nice Guy Show. I'm author Phil Torresivia here with my friends Dr. Michelle Wolford and Robert Coffey, and we're having some interesting sex talks and relationship talks. I wanted to mention that the theme song that's playing is called Come Again, and it's by Dodge and Fusky, my buddies from across the water. So if you get a chance, pick it up. It's a great song. In fact, the song is what's called dubstep. Have you heard of this kind of music? No. It just started, I want to say within the last year or two, it started to gain popularity. And it's really cool, I think. I think it's something that's going to catch on. And the cool thing about it, too, is that on the Grammys last night, there's an artist named Skrillex who won, I think, at least 2, maybe 3 Grammys.
Wow.
Which is really neat. You know, he's a DJ who, plays this kind of music, and he's really talented. So just happy to see that.
Huh.
Happy to see new music come along.
So is like the genre, the beat, what's so different
It's
about it?
So the songs are typically in 2 different tempos. So you'll have a quick tempo part of the song, and then it'll cut to half the tempo, like a slower kind of, sultry sound. And it's characterized by choppy beats, and you'll know when you hear it. But yeah, if you listen to the theme song to the show, the whole song is all dubstep.
Okay, cool.
It's just good stuff. And then last night on the Grammys, our girl Adele, my girl Adele, was just swept up. She got 6 Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
And we were just talking about, there was an interesting part of the Grammys I found, was when they had some performances in the middle. So Adele heard her voice, and she was going to sing for the first time since she had her voice repaired. And so, of course, her entire album is about an awful relationship she had and how hurt she was. So she sang Rolling in the Deep, the popular song. So she gets done with that song, and Taylor Swift sings Mean, which I'm not a country music fan, but I got to admit, that girl is really talented.
Yeah, she is.
So, of course, the song Mean is all about, you're mean to me, saying all this bad shit about me, but look, I'm up here. I'm at the Grammy singing this song, and who knows where you are, in your camper somewhere.
Yeah.
And then...
With your dog.
Yeah, right, with your dog. Mel Gibson was in the camper with a dog. So, yeah, it's not a good example, Mel Gibson. So then, so I'm like, oh boy, here comes the man-hatings. That was 2. So then the next one was Katy Perry, right, who just broke up with Russell Brand.
That's right.
Right? So she comes out, and she sings another man-hating song. She actually has like 2 statues of men with fire burning them as she's singing. So I'm like, all right, so this is the theme of the Grammys. Whitney Houston died, and men suck.
Yeah.
It's just the way it was. But the performances were pretty cool. The other thing was they had a lot of old men performing, and I'm one of them, but I'm not quite as old as some of those guys. They had the Beach Boys on, who've got to be pushing 70, right?
Yeah, definitely.
At least
72.
Yeah.
73.
And they still, I don't know, of course they enhance a lot of the sound, but they still sounded good.
I love the Beach Boys.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. They came out. Paul McCartney.
Good man.
Did his thing. And at one point, it was in the middle of the Grammys, 2 country singers came out to the middle, and I don't know who the guy is, I don't listen to country, but the guy says, I just want to thank all the opening acts for coming out before us. Especially that guy from Liverpool. I think he'll be something someday. It was just really funny and witty when he said it, and they were good. But it was a bummer about the whole Whitney Houston thing, and they covered it last night. I think it was Jennifer Hudson. Is that her name? Jennifer Hudson? She came out and she sang Whitney's song, I Will Always Love You.
Wow.
And
Iconic.
she just killed it. I mean,
I know,
just sent
goosebumps.
Yeah, I got it just hearing it. I mean, she is just so talented. So yeah, it was a bummer about Whitney. So you guys didn't watch it though. You got to watch these things.
No, I heard Glenn Campbell came out. He's a country guy, but
another old guy.
Yeah, but he's actually an interesting thing about Glenn Campbell. Not to go country, but he's actually has Alzheimer's.
Yeah, oh, is that what they were making a big deal out of?
Exactly.
Okay.
So they're giving him all these awards now because within a year or 2, he won't remember anything.
Oh, jeez.
To the point of he's on tour now. He's going to be at Palo or Pachanga.
Oh, okay.
And his daughter is on stage with him, and she kind of keeps him on track.
Okay.
And it's so funny because he's starting to slip. I saw that.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. And he goes back to the Johnny Cash days and all that stuff. So he has his own.
Rhinestone Cowboy was
Rhinestone Cowboy was his signature.
That was the
back
big
then.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bummer. But we're going to talk about it next show. In fact, there's supposedly a treatment for Alzheimer's disease that they're working on now that is working with mice. So they're hoping that it's going to help with humans. That would be really cool. Because my father suffered from it before he passed last March, and it's such a frustrating thing when someone you love is just losing it. I mean, I think it might be the body's mechanism of coping with what's going on physically in some way. because my dad was pretty old and not in good physical shape. But just seeing somebody just look at you and not know you,
Yeah.
and saying, "Oh, I know you from something, but I'm not sure what."
Right.
It's sad.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully they'll find a way to help people like Glenn Campbell.
So what was the best part, I guess, on the show, bringing back up to Happy Thought?
Yeah.
Of the Grammys, what's the best part for you?
I would say Adele. Actually, her performances were great. Her voice is back. I like that she's humble.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of makes me laugh is I'm a big Monty Python fan. So anytime I hear a woman, speaking with a heavy English accent, I think of the Monty Python guys speaking like women.
Yeah.
So,
me?
right. But she is just so cool, so cute, and yeah, I'm anxious to hear her next album. It's going to be really good.
And you said it was gonna be totally different, right? Because she's going through some sort of like relationship or
Yeah,
breakup.
yeah. Well, I saw in the news today. I think she has a new boyfriend.
Okay.
And so she
Yeah,
said,
he was
okay.
on last night.
Okay. And so that past album, which made her all the Grammys, she said, okay, that was this. I'm going to try something new. It'll be interesting to see how the public reacts to love songs from Adele when they got used to being "I'm hurt, I hate you" love
Yeah,
songs.
I mean-
See if that's going to play off because I think society likes the negative more than the positive. But hopefully, if she can hit a chord and it has a good writer, I think she'll do well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. She'll definitely do well.
Yeah.
And she can do no wrong right
But
now.
she just has a beautiful voice.
Oh, she just
Yeah, and I think some of the people like Lady Gaga, who were there trying to get attention. That was the low point of the show. It wasn't Lady Gaga, but someone just like her was trying to get attention. Nicki Minaj.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
the hell.
Isn't
She
she
w-
the Trey song? Trey? I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't listen to her music, but when she came out and did her thing, it had all kinds of religious, undertones, and it was just. It wasn't even good musically. I don't understand. Some people must like it, I guess, but yeah. But then Lady Gaga, of course, was up front. And she had to have on her veil and all her fancy scepter and all this stuff. And it's like you just have to draw. Didn't you have your year? You don't have to draw attention. Let Adele have her attention this year.
Right,
Let the new
right.
artists. I guess Bon Iver won a Grammy.
Yeah.
So yeah, give these other people the spotlight, will you please?
right.
And Rihanna, I love Rihanna.
Yep.
So she was good.
Yep, Brianna's good.
She was on there. They had a lot of.
I like
good
Bon Iver, but
performances.
his music's a little depressing for me.
Yeah, and it's a little
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
It's like, rainy day,
Oh.
Portland, kind of gray outside music.
Yeah.
But good. I like
Yeah.
it.
I wanted to mention about our co-host Kathy. She is having reconstructive surgery. She corrected me. It's not breast augmentation. Lest anyone think that she's just getting boobs. She had breast cancer and she's getting constructive surgery to even her boobs out.
Yeah.
Basically, is
Yeah.
what it is. But she'll be back. I think in 2 weeks. I think
2
she's
weeks.
out next week, and then she'll be back. And Melissa was supposed to be here today, but Melissa had someone break in to their office.
Yeah.
It's just craziness what goes on.
It is.
When you do a live show, you never know who's going
That's
to
true. That's true.
Just dragging people in off the street. Come on, you'll be on today. Why not? Yeah. He wasn't out on the street though. He was out there in the office.
So
Yeah. So let's also talk about. I went to, and I said this theater wrong last week. I apologize. You know Spanish, so you can say
I
it right
do.
for me. It's Cinepolis. So it's Cinepolis.
Yes, but does it have the...
Yeah, that's over the
Accent's on-
E.
yeah.
On the E. It's not an accent, whatever. A tilde? I don't know. What do they call that thing?
I said accent. I don't know.
Accent.
Yeah.
Accent mark. Yeah, it's Cinepolis. And La Costa opened up this past weekend, was the grand opening.
Yeah.
So I went on Friday and I saw Hugo.
Supposed to
And
be good.
highly recommend.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Scorsese, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I didn't realize till the
Yeah.
end of the movie. But yeah, you go there. That's a 3D movie. Make sure you see it in 3D because the effects are fantastic. It gives you a lot of depth. It's kind of like Avatar, but I think the 3D is even better than it was in Avatar because it wasn't there to promote the 3D. It was there, as a natural part of the movie. So I think sometimes in Avatar they tried too hard, to get your attention with it. But with Hugo, it was just there, and it just gave the scene so much depth.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like snowflakes in Paris, and huge buildings, and just amazing, good movie. Really highly recommend. I'm sure it'll win all kinds of awards.
Yeah, I watched this thing on 60 Minutes, and he's talking about that. And there's this one place I have not seen the movie where he's looking through the clock out
Yeah,
there. That
yeah.
actually touched base with Martin Scorsese. There's a part where when he was a child, he was watching either acting or something like that going on through a little crack or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And in 3D, he didn't want it to go over the top. He wanted to accent the movie, but
Yeah.
not like you said, where it's like you see the Pirates of the Caribbean, they come out and they come back type
Right.
thing.
Right.
It's just be more of a give it more depth. That's what he wanted to use it for. It's not
That's exactly what happened too.
Nice.
I mean, the glasses to me are always awkward to wear in the
Right.
theater.
Yeah, I know.
They're like big goggle kind of things. But yeah, it's definitely worth seeing.
Wow, okay.
It's not inexpensive there either. I think it was like $20 each.
Yeah, but it's kind of like an
But it's worth it.
experience.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
you're in a luxury chair. They
Yeah.
come bring you food and drink as you need it. Yeah, highly recommend. But highly recommend that movie too.
All right.
I'm also going to recommend. Did you sign up for this yet? I think I sent you an invite. Pinterest.com. This is, we had Facebook and, well, it was MySpace, then
Right.
Facebook and Twitter.
Right.
Now the latest thing is called Pinterest. Pinterest.
You sent me a link to something. but
That's probably
I
it.
opened it and it said calendar or something.
Oh, no, I think that was something else.
Okay.
That was calendar for the show. But this Pinterest site,
Here.
this Pinterest site, women love it. I found too, which is good. So I'll be able to mark my books there. But it's kind of like a pin board that you can have. So say you're reading magazines, you find an article or a recipe you like, you rip it out and you pin it.
Yeah.
Right. And so it works with that online. So if you find a site you like, or a dish you like, or a dress, or shoes, or a movie, or a book, or anything, you just pin it to your wall.
Wow.
And then you can look at other people's pins and other people's walls, and you can repin them on your wall, and you can share with other people. So it's an interesting concept.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really going to take
Okay, so
off.
question, how does it work? Because let's say I've spent the last 6 months pinning things all over my wall and I'm not very good about getting back there to see what I pinned up. I mean, is there any sort of alert or like a, hey, do you remember this recipe? Or,
Yeah, I think you can search your wall. You can also scroll down through
Okay.
it. It's a neat layout. Definitely check it out. I think it's
Okay.
invite only, and if you guys need an invite, just email me at ptorsivia@gmail.com. Or send me naked pictures too, that's fine. If you're female. But no, we're running out of time. Hey, we'll be back next week. Thanks for spending your Monday, what day was today?
the 13th. Oh, the Mistress Monday.
Mistress Monday. Thanks for
Monday,
spending
yeah.
Mistress Monday with us. Take care.
Happy Valentine's Day.